Hello everybody and welcome to my channel again. If you're new to this channel, this is Cine by Josiah. For this video, I'll be showing the equipment I used and the way I rigged the setup for an interview I had. All the equipment I used are still the same equipment I promised I'll be using for the next couple of months in my journey to learn cinematography. The only thing I've added to the setup I had before is the Sennheiser MKE 600, which is just a shotgun microphone to elevate my audio. That's the only thing I added to the setup. Like I said, I'll be using the Canon R50V to learn cinematography for the next couple of months. The lens I have is the lens I'm using right now. That's the only 18 to 50mm lens that I have that's RF compatible. I have other EF lenses, but it's way too heavy for the setup I'm using to do this video right now. So the only difference from the setup I had on set and the one I have here is going to be the lens. I also got a smallrig cage that I mounted the whole system on, and I'm going to show you how that fits. The first thing I'm going to do is to mount the camera on the smallrig cage. The amount of these equipment are going to be added to the description. I hope I remember to do that. So the reason why I love this cage is because it has screw at the bottom and also a screw to the right. For the audio, I'm going to use, like I said earlier on, I'm going to use the microphone by Sennheiser MKE 600. I'm going to connect that to the Zoom F3 field recorder. And some persons might ask why use the field recorder when I can just connect this Sennheiser MK600 directly to the camera. The reason is this records in 32-bit float, but this does not send a 32-bit float audio into my camera. So I record the audio into this and transfer this into my camera. But the other thing I wanted to try was if I can also get wireless audio directly connected into these as well. After connecting DJI Mic Mini to this, the audio was a bit fiddly, so I just took that off and went for this one directly. So what I'm going to do is to connect this to this using an XLR cable and connect this to my camera. And the way I did it is to use this smallrig mount, and I screwed that onto that port. It also has a 1/4 inch. The Zoom F3 field recorder has a 1/4 inch thread at the bottom. So what I recommend is for you to change the battery. If you have to change it first, you change the battery before fixing any ports like this. Just screw that in. This is going to be living on a tripod. I would recommend you mount it to the left of this camera cage if you are getting exactly this camera cage for your R50V. But if you're not, if you want to use that as a run and gun setup, you can mount it to the back of this cage. But just put it in mind that this is going to be back heavy, but it's going to be a balanced shot. But if you're attaching it to the side, it's going to be side heavy. You might end up getting slant video all the time where you have to adjust in post. So for this setup, I'm just going to leave this on the left because why not? And I'm going to tighten that screw up. The Sennheiser MK600 came with a shock mount and also came in with this cable where you can directly connect it into your camera. But I'm not going to use this, like I said, because I want to get a 32-bit float audio from the field recorder. So I'm going to mount this onto my camera. But on set, what I would recommend is for you to boom this in to your subject, of which that's what I actually did while I was on set. I boomed this with a longer XLR cable, not a shorter cable. So I'm going to connect this to the top of my camera. And connect this XLR cable to this one. Push that in and also push that. That's the wrong one. Also push that in this one. Just gonna use this to support the stuff right in the front. Yeah, so that's what we have right there. This cable is way too long. So what I did, I used my girlfriend's hair. I can't find any today. I used my girlfriend's headband to hold this in place while I was using this for a run and gun setup that day. So yeah, that's that. But we're missing something, which is to connect this Zoom F3, because everything now is being recorded. All my audio is now being recorded into this, but I have to transfer this into the camera. So I have to connect one of these into the Zoom F3 and connect that into my camera. All your audio is being recorded into the Zoom F3 and transferred into the camera. So one of the mistakes I made while I was on set was to monitor my audio from the Zoom recorder, the Zoom F3 field recorder. I tried to monitor my audio from there, but I was hearing what the interviewed was saying, but I didn't know, I didn't connect my Zoom F3 to my camera. So that's one of the obvious mistakes people can make. So the better way to do it is to plug your headphone, whatever you're using to monitor your audio, to your camera. You monitor directly from your camera. Please and please and please, don't monitor your audio from your field recorder or whatever audio interface you're using. Don't monitor your audio from that interface. Always monitor your audio from the camera itself. To monitor my audio, I used the One Audio headphones. I really like these headphones, but I think the main reason why I like them is because they are very cheap and affordable, and the sound it gives, it's very, very, very amazing. From music to, like, it's great for the price. I think I bought it for about 36 bucks, if I'm not mistaken. Although it's a bit plasticky, and yeah, the build quality is not on the expensive side, but I think you're going to get what you want from this without breaking the bank. Yep, that's it for the video. If there's anything, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.